Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Saving a studio. This was a couple of articles. There's two of them. There's one by Entertainment Weekly. I have not read this one. I might even save this one next because it's actually very lengthy and I didn't think it was this lengthy. No, we're not going to discuss that. We'll save that for a later date. Okay. Saving a studio. This looks like a job for Superman. So Wall Street Journal came out with an article that pretty much gave a behind the scenes look of what went on when the DCU was first starting under Peter Safran and David Zaslav. And pretty much a look into the future of what could possibly can happen in the DCU in the coming years. So we're going to read this together. I'm not going to read the whole thing. There's a couple of things specifically that I want to point out that occurred in this article, and we're just going to react to it because I already read it, so I kind of got an idea of what I'm pretty much going to talk about. All right, here we go. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's better be a hit movie. For the past quarter century, one Warner Brothers executive after another has promised they would finally make the DC Comics brand soar. None of them has succeeded. Each new strategy became mirrored in corporate politics and filmmaker egos that prevented DC's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman from matching the big screen success of Marvel's Spider-Man, Captain America, and Black Panther. I don't know why this person wanted to pretty much emphasize those three characters, because one can argue when it came to the MCU, the biggest characters was Spider-Man, Captain America, and definitely Iron Man. Iron Man was the most popular character, so I don't know why he named those characters. Warner Brothers executives want Superman to gross more than $500 million. We just discussed that a while ago. A fraction of the size of Marvel's billion-dollar blockbusters, but a hit by any other measure. Just as important, Warner needs audiences to love what they see and need to be eager for more, because the movie is the launchpad for a new DC cinematic universe. Coming next are a Supergirl spinoff, a Green Lantern TV show, and multiple Batman films. Chief Executive David Zaslav has frequently touted his repair plan for DC, while his company's stock price has lingered at less than half of where it was when Discovery and Warner merged 3 years ago. Zaslav has told Wall Street Analysis that DC is one of the biggest value creation opportunities for us that could have been a game changer. The new Superman is written and directed by James Gunn, who Zaslav tapped to run the former DC studios with producer Peter Safran. And later on, I don't want to sit here and just read all this because this is just very boring for y'all. So basically, it went on to say the budget is $225 million. And it pointed out that David Zaslav specifically had a meeting with The Rock back when, David Zaslav just got the reins of Warner Brothers, and they were trying to, The Rock was promoting the hierarchy of DC is about to change crap when he was playing Black Adam. And David Zaslav and The Rock was like head of those talks. So this gave an indication of like why Henry Cavill never got to return to Superman. Because it says in this article, after Black Adam flopped, David Zaslav just said, bye-bye. I'm not even doing no more business with you. So that is something that was very interesting. It gave us a behind-the-scenes look of exactly why Henry Cavill never returned and why the DCEU itself just said, screw it. Let's just finish making these last couple of moves and we're going to reboot. Which it was a much-needed reboot. I've said this for the longest time. Those fans of people who wanted to restore the Snyderverse, I said, look, I appreciate Zack Snyder for what he did. I enjoyed his movies. I enjoyed his universe. But all in all, I would rather have a reboot. There's too much drama going on with it. Fans weren't enjoying it. It wasn't making money. And it was hurting the IP to the point to where DC became pretty much the redhead stepchild to Marvel. So we needed something fresh, needed something new. I loved Henry Cavill. I pretty much loved Gal Gadot as well. Ben Affleck, I liked his Batman and Batman v Superman, but then Zack Snyder just said, okay, let's watch you get maneuvered around like Superman did in this latest movie, made him like just a punching bag. But he was okay as well. The characters I really despised in the Snyderverse were Aquaman and Flash. Outside of that, everyone else was pretty good for me. But this needed to happen. And I'm glad David Zaslav made it to decide to happen. Okay. Let's see here. Gunning for glory. Okay, where is it that so something else that happened as well. And we can see if I can find it in this article here. It was talking about how Gunn was hesitant to make Superman, and then behind the scenes, he came back with the whole drama with him and Marvel. He got fired from Guardians 3, done something for DC. Then Disney said, I'll come back and make Guardians for us. He made Guardians 3, and then, DC offered him the idea to come back and make Superman, whatever. But there was something, and look, I'm not even gonna waste my time with the article. But something else, and I know you guys probably could possibly see here. This was something that was super interesting to me. I have never, ever seen this from anybody in Hollywood, in media, people who are head of a studio. You guys know the reported project that was supposed to be made with a black Superman. I don't know the guy. I'm not a comic nerd. I'm not a comic historian. But it's supposed to be a Superman from an alternate universe. He's supposed to be Val Zod, I guess is his name. And I always never understood why they were making this project. And I'm trying to find it specifically where they focused on this in the article. I mean, I've read the whole thing, but now it's just so much to... Anyways. But pretty much... Oh, here it is. Let's read this. Around the same time in 2022, Zaslav was exploring how to fix DC. He dismissed as too woke of a script being written by Ta-Nehisi Coates about a black Superman in the civil rights era, according to people familiar with the matter. Gunn and Safran could still try to make the movie in the future, some of the people added. Can I give some kudos to James Gunn, Peter Safran? You're the man. I do not understand. I never understood, and there was rumors going around about it being Michael B. Jordan. Why even entertain this idea? Who cares about this character? Nobody in the general audience, even I'm a big DC fan, I didn't know who the crap that was. Why even entertain the idea of making a movie? And I know they possibly said this in this paper as well when they were getting interviewed about Gunn and Safran could still try to make the movie. No, they're not. They're not. They're not making a movie. They just wanted you to say that just so it can be a politically correct statement to make. Oh, we had this black Superman. We wanted to make this project, and it was civil rights era. Oh, it was too woke, but guess what? We might end up making it. No, they're not. Y'all guys ever heard that term? You just wanted to say things. You just say stuff that you want people to hear. Because that's what Hollywood does. And that's what they have to do. To keep their job. You say what they want to hear. Oh yeah, it was too woke, but guess what? We might make it in the future. No, he's not. He's not going to make it in the future. That was very interesting. I got to give everyone a kudos. Give kudos to James Gunn, Peter Safran, everybody that was at Warner Brothers that was... When this idea was thrown around, I think this was pre-Zaslav era, definitely pre-Safran and James Gunn era. And I think The guy, J.J. Abrams, was supposed to be the director of this project. I remember it was just all bull crap. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for canning that down the trash can. Oh, this is when it talked about James Gunn flopping and all. Well, Black Adam flopping and all. But something else, and I'm not going to find an article because I'm not about to sit here and waste all my time reading this article. Something else that we discussed as well. And this is the big kicker here. DC's goal is to reestablish all its best known characters and unite them in a new Justice League movie. The goal is to make 2 live action films, multiple live action shows, and 1 animated show. I might have a minor problem with this, just to this front. Okay. There has been a problem with Marvel post COVID. It's called too much homework. It's the idea of you having to watch all these TV shows just to figure out what's going on in the main universe. In order to know what was going on in Captain America: Brave New World, I had to watch. Let's see. Definitely had to watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What else? Had to watch all the Captain America movies. And there were some other films as well that you had to watch. There's some things that the Eternals, you had to do all of this stuff just to figure out what was going on with Captain America: Brave New World. Same thing with the Marvels movie, which it was a movie that nobody went to go watch. I didn't even get to go watch it. But even with the Marvels, you had to watch Secret Invasion. You had to watch WandaVision. And nobody wanted to do that. I didn't want to do that. I'm the biggest DC fan. I don't want to have to watch multiple live action shows in order to figure out what is going on in the universe. Something that I've said that is going to kill Marvel, and it has, this conjointed universe thing. I want there to ultimately be a Justice League movie, and the only way to successfully do that is if you do some type of world building, and it has to be a connected universe. I 100% get that. But honestly, and James Gunn messed around with this in the Superman movie. We're not going to tell the origin story. Everybody already knows it. Not have it in the movie. Let's just let the movie begin. Let it be its own thing. It worked. Worked for me. And obviously it's working for most audiences. So how about we make the movies? Make a Flash movie. Not Superman. We already have Superman. Flash, Wonder Woman, Batman, Lanterns, which the Green Lantern Corps, they're already in a TV show, so I know they're possibly not going to get a movie. But the main roster that we need to be in a Justice League movie, don't let it be in TV shows. That's all I asked. And animated, please. No, don't. I want everything that deals with the Justice League, let it just be part of the movies, please. I don't feel like doing homework. James Gunn, Safran, you're off to a good start. Please do not screw it up. But this is a good plan, though. It's moderate. 2 live-action films. As of right now, we're going to get Supergirl next year. So I don't know. I think they might do Clayface next year as well, which I think that is the DC. Yeah, it is the DCU. Minor bummer. I don't know. I still don't know why they're doing Clayface as a movie when we could have went ahead and done like Wonder Woman or Batman or Aquaman again. I don't know. Something else. But whatever. It is what it is. But the live action shows, I thought that should be a show. Clayface should be a show. I know it's James Gunn. James Gunn does doing James Gunn things. He wants to mess around with characters that nobody knows and that has never been on the front line like he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy and put them in a film and make the film good. That's when James Gunn is at his best. You saw it in this movie with Mr. Terrific. James Gunn he done James Gunn things when Mr. Terrific was on this film. That's when he's at his best. And he's going to do that. But still, I really do think when it comes to live action, when it comes to the films, make the main roster a priority. I don't care of the tainted image, and I know James Gunn has said this before, the tainted image with these past movies, especially when it comes to Flash. I remember James Gunn literally said that he's going to give Flash a break, given of what the film and how it perceived to main audiences. I get it, but still, get him on the screen. Give a better movie. There's no such thing as superhero fatigue. He even came out in an interview and said that. It's called bad movie fatigue. Flash was a bad movie. No way to cut it, split it, or splice it. It was just a bad movie. Aquaman's been a pretty successful character. He shouldn't be that hard to do live action. So get it done. Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, whoever's going to be the Green Lantern of the Justice League. I know it's more than likely the way it's being set up right now. It is going to be Jonathan Stewart. I have no problem with that. Even though I'm a Hal Jordan guy, I still love Jonathan Stewart all the same. Just do not mess this up by making us have to do homework in the DCU. I want to be able to watch this Superman movie, and this Superman movie shows something shows up in this movie that leads up to the next movie, just like it did in the MCU in the glory days. That is more important. So my only nitpick with this, I like the layout. I do. It's just when it comes to the TV shows, I do not want to sit here and have to do homework in order to watch and figure out what's going on in the universe leading up to the next film. That's the only gripe I got. And the only nitpick I got. There's nothing else really in this article, and I didn't never read this new article by Entertainment Weekly, and we will possibly get that into the next episode of the Alpha Podcast / the Jaydens Show. But ladies and gentlemen, that is DCU news as of right now, and what's going on right now with the box office. We're just going to have to sit and wait on the lookout. The headline for this article, I'm just going to tease it for the upcoming podcast. It says, James Gunn has a big secret project at DC Studios. He says they kept it under wraps to stop other studios from copying it. I have no idea what that means. We're just going to have to wait and see.